Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do like and subscribe, it's down there, folks. It's very good of you. Right, I'm going to talk today about assaults in prison, and specifically one particular assault by a man called, what's his name? Robert Reynolds, who had poured boiling water all over a very vulnerable inmate and proceeded, once he'd done this, to beat him and then bugger him, rape him physically. I've got an image of this guy here. If you can see that, can you see that? Let me see if I can get you a proper picture of this. Robert Reynolds, there we are. It's there. You can see that. Not very good, clear picture. Just got it on my phone, yeah. But there he is. You can see he looks like a proper villain, but he's in actual fact a male rapist. Rapes men. So he'd raped this very vulnerable prisoner and beaten him and hospitalised him, poured boiling water over him to the extent that he had to be treated at the burns unit at a NHS hospital close by. This took place in HMP Winchester. I've been to HMP Winchester. It's a rather Victorian dump, which is what you'd expect, I suppose, these days in the modern prison service. Yeah. So Robert Reynolds has now he got himself an extra 12 years in prison. So let's hope that Robert Reynolds is enjoying his stay. And if you happen to meet him, he's currently serving time in HMP Bullingdon. And if you happen to encounter him or your friends are in there in HMP Bullingdon, watch out for Robert Reynolds. He rapes men and has no compunction about injuring them, because he throws boiling water over people. I've seen it happen a number of times. People being scalded. I mean, it's a cowardly thing to do when you think about it. Although I did see it happen to Ian Brady, when Ian Brady, the Moors murderer, was on D-Wing at Wormwood Scrubs. He managed to get himself assaulted, which he obviously would. I mean, he was a major target, wasn't he? Murdering 5 children and burying their bodies in unmarked graves on Saddleworth Moor. If you get the chance and you're in the Greater Manchester area, go and have a look at Saddleworth Moor. It's a bleak, very bleak place. It has a certain atmosphere about it, made all the worse by its horrible history. If you're driving along the M6 heading towards Leeds, if you're driving up heading towards Leeds, on the right hand side, when you get to the very top, on the right hand side, and you look over to your right if you can, that's Saddleworth Moor over there. As I say, it's a very bleak, dark place. Go and have a look, especially on an overcast, rainy day. You'll get the atmosphere there. And if you see the rocks on the right-hand side into the moorlands, that is where Ian Brady and Myra Hindley would picnic, having buried their victims on the moors. Terrible, really, when you think about it. So that's today's little story about male rape and beatings and attacks in HMP Winchester, which, as I said, is a Victorian dungeon. You get a choice of prisons. They don't ask you where you want to go these days. It's not like Airbnb, is it? It's more like get before the court and then you see the booking clerk. Take him down. Yeah, well, unfortunately, when they took this poor guy down, he went to HMP Winchester and met up with a big bully, because he looks like a bully, doesn't he, this Robert Reynolds? Yeah. And he's 29 years old and into buggering men. Fine chap, eh? Just what you want for a cellmate. Pass the time of day. Obviously a simpleton, but if you're in there, mate, Robert Reynolds, take it from me, you're gonna get some yourself. 'Cause what goes around comes around, as they say, yeah, in all the best sitcoms. Right, I'm gonna do you. Hey, thanks for liking and subscribing, and don't forget to get my book and leave me a review and all that. And I'm going to do a live chat here on my channel in early January, the second Tuesday in January. So please do join in for that, yeah. And now I'm going to read you a poem. This is a poem I wrote. I've rung the ding-dong onto the song dinger. Yeah, so that gives Larry a chance to grab his goat and piss off to the hills. Here we are. I'm going to read you a poem that I wrote. This was written in commemoration of my friend's father, who passed away following an incident with a motor car that ran into him when he was on a zebra crossing. Definitely wasn't his fault. And the dangerous driver got fined, I believe. My friend's father was shuffled off his mortal coil. It took him about 2 years to die. Very good family man, actually. And following his death, I wrote this poem. It's how I imagined he would feel, because he did love his wife and family very much. He was a really good man. And this is how I felt he would feel in the spirit world. It's called I Was Gone. I was gone this morning when I looked in the mirror to comb my hair. In the living room I searched, there was no one in my chair. I was gone this afternoon when I tried to dry your tears. It's so hard to see you crying for those long ago years. I was gone this evening as you went to climb the stair. Then you turned but didn't see me. My footsteps trod the air. I was gone in the moonlight as the silent silver shone. Then I heard you whisper my name, but I was gone. I Was Gone by John Gson. That's it for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching Tales from the Jail.